Hi everybody, I'm Tom and welcome to a Newb Improves, quite possibly the most optimistically named series on YouTube. Today we are playing Titanfall and I'm still going ahead and practicing the switching weapons that we was doing last time, because I kind of figured that I needed a lot more practice in it and I didn't have many ideas for a better thing today, so yeah, this is being recorded the day after the previous one was recorded, and surprisingly a lot has changed in that time. First of all, I did a lot of experimentation with the quality settings, and I can actually record in 1080p. Well, not really 1080p, because 1080p is 60 frames a second, and I don't think that YouTube 60 frames a second is quite there yet. It kind of needs a bit more time. But I can record at 1920 by 1080 at 30 frames a second perfectly well, and I increased the a lot of the quality settings, so that's good. And I'm back to using the shotgun, of course. I was actually using the shotgun before I started doing this series, and I think even before I started doing the series I was using the carbine, but then before that even, I was using the shotgun, and it is actually a really powerful weapon. It's got a fair bit of range on it, and I don't know, I just really like using it. As long as you can get close to someone quite quickly, you're not going to struggle too much to get kills with the shotgun. And as you just saw there, the other thing that's different is that I now have the ranked chip active. I was playing around earlier and someone basically decided to send me an invite. I'm not sure why. Maybe they thought I played well, or maybe they just had some invites that they wanted to get rid of. But yeah, I think that was the last game I played before I started recording. I got the rank chip. So when I was recording was the fast, like this game that you're seeing is, in fact I think this is the second game, because the fast game is generally you get dumped into the middle of a game, and I don't record those ones because they're just kind of annoying games to play, really. So yeah, what you're seeing is the second ever game that I'm using the ranked chip on, and it seems to be fairly good. I haven't had too much trouble increasing in ranks. Yeah, I don't know, it's going to get more difficult the later on I get, I think, because I was watching someone who was on platinum rank, and they said that basically if you're playing attrition you absolutely cannot die, otherwise you can say goodbye to an entire level of rank. And basically what the rank chip does is it gives you points for getting attrition points, and it takes away points for dying. That's what it does on attrition anyway. I haven't checked out the rules for the other game modes yet. But it's kind of good. I'll have to see how I get on with it and whether I keep increasing. But I'm kind of really hoping that this is a better better way of tracking how good you are than the what is it? The generation level, I guess. Because until recently, like, we haven't been able to see we haven't been able to see kind of how good we are, or how good Titanfall thinks we are. Because there's two different things. There's the level that you see, and then there's kind of a level that they keep hidden, or I assume it's hidden. I haven't seen it. Around anywhere. But the one that's hidden is basically what they use to put you up against people in matchmaking. And apparently they've said that it isn't always perfect because sometimes it can't find anyone of a similar level. But it does seem to be fairly good. I mean, I think it takes on average about 3 games for it to work out that whether I'm in the right game or not. And yeah. What you just saw there was I did switch weapons and then I ran out of bullets on my other weapon. I think maybe switching to the auto pistol may be good, because, or just any one that has more bullets in it, because the wingman just kind of seems like it's got very low amounts of bullets in. And I'm unlikely to use it enough. Yeah. I very almost died then. I was kind of going right down towards the nuclear eject, and I don't know why, I just did nothing to stop myself. I think I was kind of hoping that it would finish the eject before I got close to it, but I took some damage. It was lucky that there was no one really around to finish me off. I think this one was a close game, and I think the next one's a close game. I can't remember about the third one. Ooh. Smart pistol. I don't think the smart pistol's too bad. I mean, it is one of the most infuriating weapons that I've come across so far, but a lot of people seem to think it's overpowered, and I don't think that at all. There is definitely ways to deal with it, and the better I get, the less I die to the smart pistol, so it's obviously not something like that. Although having said that, when I do start dying to the smart pistol, it tends to keep killing me, but yeah, I think I just need to get a bit better about my movement, a bit better about using scenery to cut off the lock-on, and it will just be so much better. Oop. I do like executions. Yeah, something else I've been doing a lot recently. I'm not sure why I started doing this, but I've started punching pilots from my Titan. Here I'm not paying too much attention to my Titan, I'm just trying to literally not hit myself with the eject. I was trying to get a good clear line, because my plan there was to basically go nuclear and then drop into the ship like I just did. What I was actually planning to do was force it to go nuclear myself, and then some Titans came along and started wrecking me, so I thought, okay, why not, I'll take them up with me. I was talking yesterday about particular levels that I do things right at the beginning. This level I will almost always go to, well, in fact I do always go to the what is it? The auto turret, and hack that, because it only gives you 1 attrition point, but it can then kill grunts and spectres, and it can wreck Titans. Like, seriously, if you've ever been in a Titan around one of those, you'll know just how bad it is. And so it's always useful just grab one of those at the start. Once I've got the fast one, I'll usually head over to the second one unless there's someone else doing it, for the simple reason that there's possibly a chance at getting some easy kills from it. I've had several times now that I've got there just as the other team has, and I've been able to pick them off with a shotgun. Yeah, at the moment I know there's someone around, but I've got no idea where they are. And there they are, just as I'm reloading. I probably shouldn't have reloaded there. Ah, that satchel charge, that should have got it. Where were they? How could I not see them? I've had that happen a couple of times where a pilot, okay sure they may have been cloaked, but I should have at least been able to see them. Like a small shimmer type thing.
Well done.
Yeah, the satchel charge is really quite good for the shotgun. Shotgun and satchel charge work really well together. Pretty much because the satchel charge is a bit higher range, because you can throw it of course. The satchel charge is a bit higher range than the shotgun is, so if you see someone and they're kind of too far away to guarantee a kill, then I tend to just throw a satchel charge and I'll either get lucky or I'll buy myself some time. And it's just kind of a good way to get a couple of extra kills in a match, and maybe a couple of less deaths. I don't know. I may switch back to the arc grenades. I saw some. There we go. I knew there was something there. Yeah, I may switch back to the arc grenades because a couple of arc grenades will usually take out an entire shield on a Titan. But I don't know, the satchel charges are also very powerful for taking out Titan shields, so who knows, I'll see what I feel like. What I feel like once I've finished the satchel charge challenge. And actually, talking of the satchel charge, I did manage to unlock the Dead Man's Trigger. It unlocks at level 37, I think, and so I just I got a couple of levels in practice and it unlocked then. One thing I will definitely be doing is swapping out the plasma railgun, because it's just very slow. There's not a big clip size on it, and I'm finding that it's not an effective weapon really for dealing with Titans, at least the way I deal with it. yeah, so there's that. At the moment I'm kind of buzzing around the level. There's two things I'm looking to do now. The first of all is just to take out some Titans if I can, and the second is to activate some auto turrets, because it doesn't take all that long to for the auto turrets to get taken down. Some Titan weapons can do it in a single salvo, but if it's safe to do so, going around and just kind of re-hacking them, it can help turn the tide of a battle, especially if you've got lots of Titans on and you want to kind of make it a bit harder for them to move around. Ah, they was up there. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I die and I don't stop long enough in the match to actually work out what it is. Like where they was positioned. And I'm on the roof now. I don't often go on the roof, but it's kind of dangerous down there with a lot of Titans, so why not? I don't know why I jumped down there. Maybe I did it accidentally. I've got to be really careful about killing minions. I think I've said it before, but it's a good way to die. If you're killing minions, then quite often there's someone coming up behind you about to take you out, and it's not worth it, really. Something else that's happened a few times is I've looked at a Titan and it seems like they're on my side, so I ignore them, and then it turns out that they're on the other side and I'm getting pummeled. Isn't the best thing, really. Okay, yeah, at this point I've got no idea where I should be. There's Titans all over the place again, and I fell down again. Took a chunk of their health off though, and then decided to get out a bit. Yeah, out in the open, darting around, not going to end well for me.
Hey, your Titan will be ready in 60 seconds.
Got to get into cover. And another thing that's not going to end well for me is I saw someone and then I lost track of them, so whenever that happens I kind of assume that they're somewhere watching me, waiting to line up a shot.
Be advised, Titan ready in 30 seconds.
And there's a Titan right there, and okay, I've got my cloak.
Titan ready in 15 seconds.
Yeah, sometimes I feel really, really vulnerable as a pilot, and sometimes it's fairly good. I'm pretty much taking pot shots here, but I can't see them. I know there's one there. There's also one right outside. Good thing I've got my cloak back up. I don't know if cloak or stim kit, stim pack is the better option for me, but I tend to find that cloak gets me out of a lot of situations. Like especially with the smart pistol, it takes longer for the smart pistol to lock on. If you're cloaked, it's not terribly, like it's not going to save your life unless you know how to react to it. But at the same time, if it gets you, say, an extra second or an extra 2 seconds to finish off a kill, then that's always helpful. And of course it makes you completely invisible to Titans, except the jump packs. The jump boost, I'm not quite sure what to call it, but jump jets I think they call it. Yes, I just barely managed to get into that in time. I maybe should have been a bit further away from the edge when I jumped out, because then I could have boosted up, but either way. Yeah, when you're cloaked, the jump boost will show up whenever you do a double jump. And I found out today that you also show up when you get damaged. So, I like this. This is the level I can remember the name of. I still don't know what the name of, but this is the one where I say I don't go into the centre, I always go off to the side and get a couple of kills like that. And it worked out for me. I think another time I actually managed to get a double kill in exactly the same way. Bad position here. Got to get out. Yeah. So the satchel charge really pays for itself at the beginning of this level, and that's exactly the kind of thing I was saying, where it's useful if you're slightly out of range and you can't guarantee it with a shotgun. Just that kind of thing. Just casually chuck one ahead of you, and you can possibly get a good kill on it. Yeah. I knew I was in a bad position there when I mistook the grunt for a pilot. Didn't think it was going to be someone across the map who got me though. There's lots of people here, but there's lots of us here as well. And I thought there was a sideway there, but obviously not. Right now what I'm trying to do is not stay in one place too long. I'm also heading up to the turret because quite often there is a sniper up at the top. And it's useful to get a kill. And hello. Not sure if he actually had a sniper rifle or something else, but either way, it doesn't stand up to the shotgun in terms of time to kill, unless they kill me fast shot. I know there's a pilot here. I want to see if I can take it out before I get into my Titan. Got to grunt with a satchel charge, totally worth it.
Control transferring to pilot. Rating increased. Excellent.
Yeah, at the moment it's all about going around and causing havoc for me. Especially since they've got multiple Titans on at the moment. Yeah, I need to be careful here. I think they've got 2 Titans. They're running. They're surprisingly fast. I think they may be in a Strider. I'm trying to keep up as much as possible. I don't want to use all of my jump boost because I may need it at some point. So I'm trying to just use the one, not jump boost, dash call or something similar. I've got no idea what just hit me. I guess there's another Titan there, which means I've got to really get out. yeah, they've got a weapon which is completely wrecking my sight. And it's not going to end well for me. They managed to regenerate most of their shields. Ooh, that arc cannon. Well done. And spawned me right next to a auto turret. Now, I'm pretty sure that there's possibly... Yeah, they weren't even aiming for me. They were just trying to pick off the minions. I'm always careful about approaching turrets because you never know if it's only just been hacked and someone's hanging around seeing if someone's going to come and try and take it back. Which is a good way to get a kill. If you think that someone's going to come along and try and hack it, you just kind of put yourself out of the line of sight and wait until they show up. And several times I've had people do exactly that to me. Yeah, the satchel charge, most of the times I throw it, I'm just trying to get lucky, basically. If that person had stayed where they were, then that satchel charge would have probably killed them. Most of the time they're smart and they don't stay where they were, but it works often enough that I don't worry too much about wasting one or two of them.
Restoring manual control.
Doomsday Clock. I don't know what Doomsday Clock is. That's that one with the arc cannon again. Let's go and see if we can take him out this time. Yeah, I do not have the accuracy for this weapon really. I miss so often, it's just not worth it. And I don't know why I'm getting so close to them. I'm just putting myself in their line of sight. There we go. And I duck back out of sight so I can reload without them possibly attacking me. And I've seen a Titan drop over there. I know it's an enemy because he hasn't appeared on the map, and right now I just want to get as far away from them as possible so that I've got a bit of time to recover and oh, come on. Yeah. I knew that wasn't going to end well. Basically I wanted to get near another Titan so that I've got a bit better chance to take him out, but then the other Titan ran away. And I knew that I was being risky there because I was using my jump boost, and that just made me visible, just visible enough to die, basically. I've got no idea how I survived that. I didn't even have my weapon out when they attacked me. I doubt I'll be able to get to the dropship now. I thought the dropship was gonna appear somewhere around here, but it didn't. One last kill before I go then. So in a minute I'll show the kill to death screen, because I've decided, since I'm actually able to play decently while I'm recording, I'll start showing the kill to death screen at the end again, so so you can see how well I did after these 3 recorded games. And here it is, 1.6. It's not great, it is getting a lot better sometimes, and I think I just need more practice really and see how I go from there. hopefully I'll be able to bring it up before the next episode. So yeah, thank you very much for watching if you've got this far. I appreciate every single view, and if you like the video, please feel free to leave a like and a comment. That kind of engagement really does help out for the channel. It's kind of impossible to know how much it helps out, but the more it's liked and the more it's commented on, the more chance it's got for YouTube to show it to other people as a similar interest, so I really do appreciate that. And if you want to see more Titanfall every Wednesday and Dota every Saturday, hit the subscribe button and I will keep uploading. And until next time, don't feed the trolls.